welcome to MandoBug Crafts, episode 39. I'm your host, MandoBug. This is Harvey Key. Hi, Harvey Key. He's just saying hi today. So, welcome new viewers. Thanks for coming by and checking this out. And thank you for coming back, returning viewers. As always, it's very appreciated. So let's start the show out with something I've learned where Harvey's not in the way. Just lay down. Okay. My dogs are outside, my husband's at work, and so my cats are like extra lonely when I'm back here because my craft room is in the back of my house. So this is probably going to be lots of cats episode because, oh yeah, say hi Chester. Is that a close-up? Are you going to try to take a selfie? So they'll probably be running around and I hope it's not too distracting. Yeah, just get up there. So, something I've learned. This week, I picked up a kit while I was at a craft store because I've been processing these fleeces from my mother-in-law, and I've noticed I have like leftover wool that isn't bad, it's just not something you'd want to spin with. So I decided to pick up this needle felting kit and try it out. Whew, kitties, kitties. Harvey, can we sit over here? Okay, oh no, okay. They're concerned, I'm going to move the camera, they're concerned about the window, of course. So, here's what the kit looks like. You get a white, sorry about the glare, you get a white piece of felt, and then you get a bunch of colored wool, and you get a little needle that looks like this. It's got a little cap on it because it's sharp. But you, use this needle to literally stab the wool into the felt piece. And I've started, and this is kind of dirty because Chester Kitty, I know he loves wool, but he really has a thing for felt as well. So I had this on the couch, and like he would try to curl up on it. It's not very big. This is about how big it is. And he literally would like cinnamon roll himself just onto the felt. So it's got like, I don't know, cat dander on it. But I started felting some of the colors in, and it's a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. I thought it might be a faster kind of craft, but it's really not. It's slow. But I've been enjoying doing something different. You know me, I like to do all the crafts, so and it shows here on the front of the kit that like when you're done, maybe you could put it on a purse, or I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I just am trying to find ways to use up that extra wool that I have, and this was one of the options. So I am having fun with it. It's just, like I said, it's new to me, so I'm getting used to it, and I mean, boy, it's good for anger management, I think, because you are just stabbing this wool into the felt. I mean, just over and over and over again. So, maybe it's good for that. Oh, we're not fighting on the table, guys. Did you hear Harvey? He's like, back off, Chester. This is my area. So, works in progress. I have been working on this crocheted baby blanket. It's a corner-to-corner throw. I linked to it on my Ravelry page. I'll link to it on the show notes, of course. It's getting big, as you can tell. So, maybe I can back up. Harvey, of course, he's gonna check it out. But I think last time I showed you guys I was in the middle of the green, or maybe the end, and so I finished this stripe and I've started the green again. It's a square pattern unless you modify it. So right now, if I stopped and started doing the decreases, it would, Harvey, you're gonna have to move. Nobody can see anything except for your cute face. But if I stopped right now, this is how wide and how long it would be. And I'm looking for something bigger than this. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm not sure how much farther though, but I'm enjoying working on this, and this is in Hobby Lobbies. I love this yarn in various colorways that are linked on my project page. This is the interesting one. This is a crazy colored yarn. I'm having fun with it. mixing it in here. Then I most recently started this pattern that's called the Amish Puzzle Ball by, because I'm not going to try to say that, because I saw this yarn and I was like, ooh, baby stuff. And originally I was like, oh, I want to make a little sweater, but then there's like white swirled throughout it, and I thought Josh might be like, oh no, that's too girly, since we don't know what the sex is yet. So I was like, fine. So I started making this puzzle ball instead, and I haven't gotten very far because you make, oh, close up, Harvey. You make these little triangles. Well, they're not really triangles, they're more like cones. You have to make 12 of them. So that's what I've been working on so far. I have 8. So I got 4 more to go, and then you make this other shape, and I'm going to do mine in black, and then sew it all together and see. I realized after I've already started this that Harvey, just jump up there. I realized after I started it that it's reverse of the colors the way that I wanted them to be. I should have been making the cones in black and then the second piece in the rainbow color, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to make more than one because I have a whole bunch of this, but I probably will still knit a little hat anyways, because any ginger baby can wear a cute crayon colored hat, right? Well, at least my baby can. When Josh goes to work, I'm putting it on. But I've been enjoying that. I think this is, I have a DK and a sport weight yarn, but because it's a stuffed toy, as long as you're using the right gauge, it really shouldn't be an issue, as long as the stuffing's not coming out. It just may be a little smaller or larger than the pattern intended, but it's a stuffed toy, so it shouldn't be a big deal. I'm using a G-hook. I'm not sure if that's what the pattern recommended or not, but it's what I like to gauge with the yarn that I got. So, and then I continued working on the onesies that I showed you guys last week. This one, I think I had showed you it was just cut out. It's almost done. I just need to do the snaps. If you remember, I ran out of snaps last week, so I went out and I bought a whole bunch, not realizing that they're white snaps. And because the last pack I bought was silver, so I bought 3 packs of white snaps. But I don't really want to put white snaps on this onesie. When I went out of my way to sew it in cream colored thread, I'd like to get silver ones. So I'm going to wait on that. But and if you didn't see last week, what I'm talking about is this pattern I got off of Etsy by Mama Can Do It. It's a baby onesie, newborn to 36 months. It comes with 3 options: no sleeves, short sleeves, long sleeves, and it comes in 2 sizes, or 2 styles for each chunk of sizes. So you get your fitted, like what's in the store size, and then there's also the comfy size. So I've been making the fitted size. I've done the newborn, and what I love about buying this Etsy pattern is I get the PDF, right? So I've printed it out more than once so that I can cut out the different sizes. And so far I've cut out a newborn, 0 to 3 months, and a 3 to 6 months. And that's because I got a bunch of fabric this week. And boy did I score a deal, man. So with the baby onesies, you have to use a very stretchy material that's soft. So what works best is usually a cotton knit or some sort of cotton polyester blend knit. And so I ended up getting some brown, some like grayish blue. This, like, it's like a tan stripey. You know I love me some stripes. A black and white stripey. And then also this gray and green stripey. I got all 5 of these fabrics for $12. I was like, are you serious? Sometimes you can't even get a onesie set for $12. So because I only got a half a yard of each, but it's plenty to make the onesie and also a little hat if I wanted, or maybe some matching mittens. Pants would be pushing it, but the black and white stripies is actually a whole 1.25 yards. So score. So I'm probably going to be sewing a bunch more onesies, and I wanted to make bigger sizes since I have 3 newborn now. Gonna just climb on up the ladder, especially because like this one reminds me of like summertime, so I'm gonna have to make it larger. So and I'll probably try out the sleeveless version with this one. But so I'm enjoying the sewing side of my crafting. And then a new project that I've started is for my lovely grandma. So my grandma has really bad rheumatoid arthritis, and her hands, and she doesn't have any pressure in them, and they've started to kind of deform, and she used to craft all the time. She's the reason I started crocheting, and she can't do it anymore. She said she just can't, it hurts her hands. So she's been trying to find crafts that she can do, and she's like, well, what about cross stitch or, you know, I had said, what about like cross stitch or embroidery? And she's like, well, that's not really a problem because the needle's fine. She's like, but my eyes are so bad I can't see. So I was like, okay. She's like, well, I bought these cross stitch patterns. So she bought this design and tried to stitch it up, and she said it was just too small. She couldn't see. So she asked me if there was any way I could make it larger. And so that's what I've been attempting to do. And she also asked me, because she said it's hard, the chart is hard on her eyes because it's so small. She asked me if I could just color in where the colors were supposed to go so she could stitch over the top of it. So that's what I started. I picked up some monk's cloth, which is a giant woven fabric, and I've started coloring in the design so that she'll know where to put the colors, and I'm going to make a little chart for her and, you know, match the yarn and send it on its way for her. So, and like, just for you to get an idea of how big this weave in the cloth is, I mean, here's one of those giant like plastic needles that you can get sometimes for like weaving in your yarn ends, but I don't like them because the eye's too big, but it works perfect for this. Let's see if I can get a hole. It works perfect for this monk's cloth. And like, you don't it doesn't take any pressure or strength in your fingers at all. So I'm really hoping that I can get this colored in and done up for her so that she has something to do, because she tells me all the time she misses her crafting so much. And I totally feel for her, so so I've been working on that too. And so moving on to finished objects. I don't have any. I just kind of been bouncing around from project to project as I do time to time. So moving on to Check It Out. So for Check It Out this week, I wanted to share with you guys a program I found a little while ago. So when I started cross-stitching again, I was interested in like making up some of my own designs, and you know, just for around the house. And I found this program called KG Chart for cross-stitch, and they have 2 versions of the program. There's like a light free version, and then there's a pro version. When I had tried it out, I got the pro version for free for a week, and I told myself when I actually wanted to design a pattern, I would go ahead and flat out buy it, because I don't think it was expensive, and I absolutely loved this program. So it comes with, I don't even know, it's just so much. So you literally just draw in the graph to create the design that you're looking for, and in the corner they have all the colors that are available in DMC floss and its counterpart, Cosmos colors, like the number, but you can also see the color too. So you're like, oh, I like this pink. Oh, that pink is DMC this number / Cosmo this number. And so you can start coloring it in, and it's really like playing in paint, but for cross stitch, because it's all gridded. And you can just like, oh, I don't like that, so just color right over it, and it automatically assigns symbols to every color that you've chosen for you. There's 2 views. You can view the symbol side or it's like they put like little graphic X's in the color that you've chosen, so it gives you an idea of what it would actually look like stitched up. And I just absolutely had so much fun with this program, and if you were ever interested in like drawing up your own cross stitch pattern without using like chart paper and markers, the program is great. When I was playing around with it, you know me, I love Halloween and pumpkins. I made like a little pumpkin design, and it's hideous, but just to kind of show you what you get from it, I'll go ahead and insert that picture here. But yeah, I mean, that's not the best design, but it is what it is, and I just had a lot of fun playing with it. And so any of you that are artistically inclined and creative enough to venture into that, the KG chart, at least I know the pro version was a lot of fun, and I know there's a light version. And if I remember correctly, they also had a little section of knitting symbols where you could like make a lace chart pattern on there if you wanted. So of course you'd have to know what you're doing and make sure, you know, the math is correct. It doesn't do that for you, but you can make the chart if you want on there, which I thought was cool. So yeah, check it out. Moving on to current events. So currently I'm having a spin along going on in the thread. It's called the Mindful Spin Along. You can check out the details in the Ravelry group, but the main idea is that you're thinking about what you want to spin with a goal in mind before you do it. I think I have it set right now for June and July, but I'm going to go ahead and push it out to August. Harvey. I'm going to go ahead and push it out to August and have it be a summer spin along. That'll probably just be easier on all of us. But I've been spinning this lovely bat that I got locally in Alabama, and I've already split it into strips. I showed you guys last week. But this is my first, I had two bats. This is my first bat that's all spun up. And I haven't really worked on the second one at all, but I plan to this week, and I'll talk about that later. But so if you're a spinner, spindle spinner, wheel spinner, excuse me, consider joining along. I don't have any prizes yet, but there will be prizes. I have some in mind that I want to pick up for you guys. Normally I make stuff to give away for prizes, but I think this time I'm actually going to buy something to give away, so stay tuned for that. And then also for current events, I have been working on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries Mysterious Halloween Town Club cross stitch pattern. Clue 1 came out since I've last recorded, and I finished it. Oh my goodness, this is what I've been working on the most this week, is this guy right here. So this was absolutely awesome and fun to stitch up. I really enjoyed working on it, especially the cute little pumpkins. So the next pattern doesn't come out until July 17th, so I have a break from the cross stitch before the next pattern comes out. But I've been having a lot of fun stitching it up, trying to figure out where they're going to go from here, and seeing other people's progress on Instagram. It's just been a lot of fun to work on. So I am excited to have caught up on this. Originally looking at the pattern, I thought I was going to change the color of the scarecrow's face, but then I realized it might go with the theme, the overall theme, and I decided not to mess with it. And then when I finished it, if I don't like the scarecrow's face that color, I can still take those stitches out and redo it. So I decided to leave it for now, but I'm super excited. Love me some Halloween in the summer. Actually, just all year. But so for upcoming events, that's what I was going to talk about with the spinning. So Tour de Fleece starts on Saturday, and I wasn't sure if I was going to participate, but I need to set some spinning goals because I haven't spun in almost 2 weeks now, and it's for no reason in particular, really. So for Tour de Fleece, my goal is to spend 10 minutes a day for every day that they race, not including break days. So just to kind of see if that helps me get some spinning time back. I do have plenty to spin. When I finish these bats, I have leftovers of stuff I've already spun, because I have an Ashford Traveler. It only holds about 2 ounces on a bobbin, so a lot of the times I split my 4-ounce braids in half and then spin them, I have to spin them twice. You know what I'm trying to say. So I have 2-ounce skeins and their counterparts waiting to be spun. So and I have a million Rolags. Ooh, maybe I should change my goal to a Rolag a day. Now I can't do that because then I'd have to start spinning with Rolags, and then I hope I didn't run out. I'm just gonna stick to Harvey. No one wants to see your close-up face. I think I'm just gonna stick to 10 minutes a day, and that's my minimum. So if I'm enjoying it and I spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hey, if it's my weekend and I spend 5 hours, I've done that before. Just sit out in the sun and enjoy the spinning and the vitamin D. But yeah, so if you're interested in Tour de Fleece, you should go check it out. There's a Ravelry group. And I'm not joining any teams just because once I start like setting peer pressure goals, I usually tend to like drop out of things. So this is just personal goal for me, which is in spirit joining along with everybody else, of course, right? You don't have to participate in a group to enjoy the Tour de Fleece. So, and I gotta figure out a way to watch the race too, because I don't have cable, so I think I can stream it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe if you guys know, you can send me a link to something. But so yeah, that starts Saturday, and I'm probably gonna start spinning more. So that's all I got for you guys this week. I hope you had a good week, and I will see you next week. Bye!